Hello my lovelies, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about addictive Moorish fragrances for women. So if you love these, keep on watching. To me, addictive fragrances have to have some sweetness in them. I have to want to just eat them, literally. They have to just be obsessively addictive, and these are it. The first one, it is so addictive, and it is Pas ce soir extrait from BDK. I just love how the dry down of this is on the skin. It's got a really intense patchouli note. Think about like Coromandel from Chanel, like that sort of a patchouli, but much more of a thyme or like minty patchouli. It's so addictive, and it really gives this fragrance an incredible lasting power and also projection. This lasts forever, especially like when I apply it on my hair. It will last for days, and not every fragrance does like this. I can really smell it strongly like the next day. It is hard to wash off, so if you want a fragrance that is that amazing, then this one is it. It also has got this incredibly fruity, girly opening, so it's this juxtaposition of this really happy, friendly, girly sort of like everything is fluffy and fun sort of a fragrance, and then it's got this moody thyme patchouli, really this just addictive kind of rebel vibe to it. It's an incredible fragrance. The more I wear it, the more I love it. I loved it at the beginning, but I'm just finding this patchouli like so good. And yeah, this is a fragrance that is literally addictive because you want to wear it more and more, because you're like, oh, I liked it, but now I like it more. Oh, let me try it again. It's a really good fragrance. I love this version so much more than the original. Sorry, BDK, but not sorry, because I love this one so much. Next up, we've got this fragrance, and this is an addictive fragrance. It even has it in the name, and it's called Addictive Vibration from Initio. This scent, it's just so good. It's this honeyed jasmine fragrance, but it's also got this like fresh apple scent to it. It's a weird concoction, but because it's got this really nice fresh opening, but then it's honeyed and it's got this really sexy jasmine. This, oh my gosh, it's so good. It's kind of like if you took Alien from Thierry Mugler and then you made it much more natural smelling, not so like artificial smelling, and then you've added like honey and some subtleness to it, some class to it, I would say, because I consider the Alien fragrance a bit more of like a brush sexy fragrance. Nothing wrong with that, but this is much more of a classy take on Alien, I would say, but it's still very addictive, very sexy, and yeah, I especially love the honey in this. It's so real. You like, if you love honey, you'll definitely be able to smell honey in this straight off the bat. Next addictive, very addictive scent is Lapra, or La Prima, I don't know how you say it, from Milano Fragranze. This, I mean, I love the bottle. It's so cool and different, but the scent itself, it's a edible jasmine pie, I would say. That's how I can describe it. So it's jasmine. It's still got this like really sensual jasmine, white floral fragrance to it, but it's not that creamy. It's more like you took like biscotti and you just put them together with jasmine. It's more of this like brioche vibe as well. It's that sort of a sweet, but still like something that is not like a full-on dessert, but it's a nice sweet breakfast maybe. That is That's sort of vibe that you get from this fragrance. It's sharp, fresh, it's got lightness, fluffiness to it. It's not a typical gourmand, I would say. It's a light gourmand fragrance, but it's absolutely addictive. And I love how different the jasmine is in this fragrance. If you think you've smelled every jasmine combination in a fragrance before, then think again, because this is definitely different. It just, you smell it and you're like, oh, I get it. It's totally a jasmine fragrance, but it's not something that you smell every day. So for jasmine lovers, I would say go for it, try it out, at least a sample, because it's an absolutely amazing fragrance. Let me know in the comments what is your number one addictive fragrance for yourself. I really want to know. And the next one, for me at least, it is this one. It's Coffee Break from Replica, a line from Maison Margiela. This scent, I would say, it's one of the less maybe popular from the line, but I would say this is the most addictive because it's totally underrated. Man, it's coffee, yes, but also lavender, and there is this incredible just Moorishness, like you want to smell more of it. It really captures you. It's very different. It's kind of similar to a Roche's fragrance that I now don't remember the name of. But the coffee in here is very milky. I would say this is not a straight up like coffee beans. It's milky. The lavender is super soothing. It's more of an unusual scent, I would say. And it's something that would really differentiate you from other people around you. It's a strong one as well. I know that Replica, some of the fragrances are not the strongest. This one is a nice strong one. It lasts also a decent amount of time. And this lavender coffee scent, it's just so soothing. So if you like calming, addictive fragrances, I would say this one is a great one. Next up, we've got a Parfums de Marly fragrance, and I've had to put this one on the list because not only the bottle is just the most fun bottle ever, but it's also in the scent very addictive. It smells like marshmallows, like orange zest, you know, this like sort of orange zest that is sugary and it's put on top of donuts, for example, at least where I'm from. It's always put on the donuts, and it's just so good. It gives the fragrance a bit of bitterness. It's also fluffy and sweet. It's vanilla, it's fruity. It's so addictive, so edible. The projection isn't the best on this one, but I actually love wearing it on an everyday basis, and it's a great quality for it, I think, because it's if this was any stronger, I think I would probably have a headache because it's just like a sugar bomb of notes. So I think it's a good thing that it's not stronger, because it's still long lasting, but it's not strong to the point of you're like, oh my gosh, I literally just want to vomit because it's too sweet. This is very sweet, but because it's kind of soft, it's a perfect everyday fragrance. I love wearing it on an everyday basis, and you'll really be addicted to it, I promise you. This is a fun one, very girly, fluffy, like not a problem in the world. This is this sort of a fragrance. Next up, we've got Killian fragrance for Killian, and it is Rolling in Love. Man, this fragrance is really stuck in my head. It's from Killian. I think it's my favorite one from their line, and I nearly purchased it actually the other week because it was heavily discounted at our local outlet store. So I was really tempted, but I was like, oh, I don't want to spend money on another fragrance because I've got so many. I'm guilty of that, but I love this scent, and it's one of those that you truly have to try because it's so addictive. It's this iris, chocolatey, nutty vanilla. It's so edible, you just want to eat it, but it's still very creamy. It's got almondy nuttiness. It's so addictive. It smells like a dessert, but in a fragrance form. It's not too literal of a dessert, and it's so sexy. It's like an aphrodisiac in a fragrance. Try it out. Next up, we've got a very sweet, smooth, creamy, caramelly fragrance, and it's Commodity Milk Plus. I'm telling you, this projects like crazy and smells amazing in the air. It smells so addictive. Man, if you want a sweet, milky, like condensed milk, but then you put caramel in there, and it just feels so smooth and creamy, and it just smells amazing in the air, look no further. This is literally condensed milk in a bottle. It smells divine. It's for those that really love a strong gourmand fragrance. It's absolutely indulgent. It's so good. Next up, I've got another fragrance that is just really fun, I would say, and it is Kayalı Eden Sparkling Lychee. I can never say the name of this fruit. This fruity fragrance, man, it's so fun. I can distinctly smell pear in here as well. Pear, apple. It's so sparkling. It's so fun. I would say if you love like body mist sort of fragrances, if you like super fruity fun fragrances, if you used to love Victoria's Secret, I don't know if they do them anymore, but Victoria's Secret body sprays, sort of those fruity body sprays, or Body Shop fruity sprays, and this is that, but in like a nice perfume form. It's a bit more expensive smelling, it's more of a fragrance, it's not as artificial smelling as those Victoria's Secret body sprays, but it's got that same vibe. It's perfect for somebody a bit younger, or if you love that youthful spirit. This, I promise you'll get compliments on this. It's really attention grabbing, just crisp, fun, addictive. You want to eat it, but in like a fresh juice sort of a way. Next addictive fragrance is this one. I picked this one in particular because I find it the most intensely addictive from the whole line, and it is Delina Exclusive. I finally have got a bottle of the exclusive version as well, and to me it's funny, you know, because I love this version the most, but this is the last version I have gotten. So I've got the other two, and now I've gotten this third one, but it's one of those that if you take Delina and Delina Exclusive side by side, this one, the exclusive one, is so much more intense. It's so much more rosy and musky, and I just love it. The other one is more fresh, I would say, and when you compare them side by side, but I love the intenseness of rose. If you are a true rose fanatic, if you love clean rose but with a nice musky vanilla, then try this exclusive version of it, because it is very strong, addictive, and it's got its own character. Especially if you try them side by side, they are quite different. Although, like, if you just smelt it in the air, you would probably think, oh, they're pretty much the same. But if you really go down to it, this one is much more addictive and smooth and intense. Next up is my personal guilty pleasure. This is very addictive, so incredibly creamy, like the creamiest fragrance you can find, and it is set up, I think, Moresque, yes. This scent, I fell in love with it first time I smelled it. I smelled it randomly in a shop, and I was like, whoa, this is amazing. This is smooth, nutty, almondy. It's incredibly creamy. It's a little tiny bit spicy, but the Play-Doh-y vanilla you've got here, the nuttiness, they really are edible. You're just addicted to it. This literally just is one of those fragrances that if you love gourmands, you have to try. It is simple, but it is like they hit nail on its head with this one. And I love when they add this nuttiness. There is this incredible deep nuttiness, like pistachio, I would say, maybe almonds as well. Almonds and pistachios, I would say those two are like the nuttiness that you can find in here. Very creamy, and yeah, you have to just try it. man, I want to wear them all at once. Maybe I'll do a video where I just apply all the fragrances at once, and hopefully I don't die from just exhaustion of scent. But another scent that is addictive, and to be honest, I'm a bit under the weather. I'm still under the weather, and I'm like, oh, I want to wear all of these, but I don't want to spoil any fragrances for myself. So I don't really wear many fragrances when I'm ill. What about you? Do you have the same rule? I find that it works for me. But anyways, the next fragrance is this one. It's Vanilla Diorama. This one, for some reason, it's the Gourmand from Dior Exclusive line that just does it for me. It's addictive. It's so easy to wear. I've also got Fève Délicieuse from Dior, and I thought I would wear it more, but literally with Fève Délicieuse, I love the scent. I just sometimes spray it like in the air, but for wearing, there is something so wearable about Vanilla Diorama. It's incredible, especially the opening. I mean, everything is incredible, but the opening, it's so sparkling. It kind of smells like Coca-Cola in the opening. It's got caramel, it's got citruses, it's very sparkling. And then you get this gorgeous vanilla. The tail, the scent tail on this scent is, it's meters. It's really, really loud sort of a scent. The vanilla is not like sugary sweet. It's sweet, but in this more of a tonka bean sort of a paste way. Beautiful, deep, multifaceted, super addictive, very strong, but in like this comforting vanilla way. Oh, it's just boozy, delicious. Absolutely amazing if you ask me, and totally addictive. I'll link all of these down in the description for you, and I'm hoping you're having a lovely, lovely holiday season. Let me know what fragrances are you enjoying wearing right now this holiday season. Do you have like a couple that you go to because they're just full of Christmas spices, or what sort of fragrances you're loving right now? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you very, very soon in the next video. Bye.